I kind of just or you want to make sure you had healer heal. How do I beat this mission really? That's one of the important things about this game is learning how and when to heal. Um, that's important. I have one healer that can heal. Every one of these guys can heal themselves though. He has a heal for himself. He has a stress heal and a heal for himself. She even has a heal. I don't have it active right now because I don't always use it, but I should. She can actually take advantage of it. Also, it's a buff too, so yeah, and it cures blight and shit too. So and bleed. But I'll show you. He's not getting my speed buff here. He should be getting a speed buff. Oh, I still have that negative modifier on there. Okay. The most important thing on your character, first thing that you need to learn right away. I didn't learn this until very late. Not very late, but I'd already played the game for a month or two and didn't learn this. I should have. I didn't know how big of an impact it was. Speed is the number one concern. I'd say it's the number one thing to worry about. It's simple as that. As long as you can outspeed your opponent, you can win. You can take down a dungeon. Outspeeding your opponent means you take less stress, you take less damage. You can control the fight. This is what I call this party is a control party. It is control-y, but if you want to make it a little bit more of a control party, you could throw in a plague doctor in rank 4. So there is I'd say two types of ways to play it. I guess it'd be a rush strategy where you rush the damage in and destroy your opponent and not worry about stall or stunning. Then there's control, and then there's stun. But stun and control, it gets this one has a mixture of everything. This is one thing this is why the guide's going to be a little different, because this party is what I'm going to be teaching you how to play. I have some variations on the party, but this party is perfect. There's pretty much some constants. One constant. Not him, by the way. He's not the constant. He's a tradable and a variable. You can decide what to do with him. But he's a great one to get, especially for early players, because he doesn't have a high upfront cost to use. These other guys, if you want to take advantage of their skills, they have a high upfront cost. Now here we got lucky in this battle. We surprised them. I'm not going to teach you about battle tactics, as in if you don't know, you should look at somewhere else to figure out how to play. But I'll show you how to play a party or this party. Alright. The first thing, one of his best abilities is he has a transform ability. I might show you towards the end of the dungeon his transform ability. If you don't know, you already know, you should know. But he can transform into a beast and do a lot. He can become a high damage dealer. But before that, if you don't transform, he has access to 3 other abilities. You have his stun, which is fucking amazing. It's one of the better stuns. It's one of the better stuns in the game. I would say rank probably 4 or 5, maybe. I don't know. I would say 4 or 5. Bounty Hunter might be better. You could actually throw a Bounty Hunter in the spot, by the way. This would be a perfect spot for a Bounty Hunter. But I don't really like Bounty Hunters in rank 2. I prefer them in rank 3. But you could this is a very good stun. Then you have this is so situational. It's really like you have to find the right time to use it. I mean, unless you know you're not going to be able to kill something, this is and you know the damage you're going to deal is not significant. You know it's going to go a few rounds, especially in the harder difficulties. I might use this. It does 3 points of blight damage. You could use it very often. You can combine this with the Plague Doctor, and you could devastate the Vakaros, like just destroy them. But I'm sure that's why they don't do that. But this is great with the Plague Doctor's ability too. I'll show you that pretty soon. That's another alternative option for this party. Alright, so what we're gonna do, and this is also his stress heal and his heal, which he doesn't need it right now. So let's done rank 3. You should know how to play this game by now. The priority targets are always in the back rows. So, but they're all the same guy, so no worries. Obviously, she is a constant. In every one of my builds, she is in the front row. Because she can hit every fucking row. Preferred targets, preferred position. Preferred targets are where you're hitting, where you can hit, and the preferred position is where she wants to be. In order to use this ability, she has to be in rank 1, which kind of sucks. I wish from rank 2 she could use this. If she could use this in rank 2, I think that would give a little bit more diversity to the game, but unfortunately, she is number 1. This is what she's the number 1 hero for rank 1. It's just as simple as that. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's nobody better to be in this rank than her. So no matter what build you're building, unless you're building some kind of specific weird one, that's unique, for just being effective in this game, extremely efficient and effective, she is the best for rank 1. There's nothing else. He, on the other hand, is a very tricky character. Early game, I didn't understand him. I've already used his dog treats. He gets these items. There's 2 of them. They're called dog treats. You probably already know. But he's hard to use because you don't know what to do with him at first. Like, his damage is weak, and you realize that early on. So then, if you're starting to play, you're like, oh, this guy's damage is weak. I dig the dog thing he's got going on. It looks cool, but I don't know, what do I like more? I wish he looked a little cooler, though. I mean, that's the one thing I don't like about him. I wish he looked kind of cooler. I wish this dog was, like, ferocious as fuck. Like, not a hound, but like a, maybe like a demonic dog. That'd be dope. Someone should, I wish there might be mods for that or something. That's off topic. But, at first when you play this guy, he's the Houndmaster, you think his damage is so weak. What you have to realize is he's not a damage dealer. He is a utility character. But when it comes to utility characters, he is the embodiment of an effective utility character. He does it all. There's only one skill here that is almost useless. The Hound's Harry. I don't know why it's even there, to be honest with you. I think that's a real weakness of the game, is that some skills are just useless. And some skills make no sense, like Blackjack. He has to be in rank 1 or 2 to use this. I think you can use this from rank. Hopefully, if you could use this from rank 3, I would actually consider putting my Houndmaster in rank 3. But and that would make him also a stun. If you could use this as well, he would in rank 3. He would just be overpowered. You'd have to decide which one you want to get rid of, the heal or the which. To be honest with you, if this was able to be used from rank 3, I'd even get rid of this completely. Fuck Hound's Rush, and I would just do 1, 2, 3. That'd be cool as fuck. I would be okay with it. But this is I think this only hits rank 1 and 2. Maybe rank 3. So, maybe not, but, I'd consider it. He's a utility character, so all of his utility is pretty badass. This will guard an ally, which will protect them if their health gets low. And that's one thing you gotta learn too, is especially when you get to higher difficulties, motherfuckers are gonna get hit hard as fuck. Alright, they're gonna get hit like maybe 99% of their health gets knocked out at one point in a single hit. So having him around when that occurs, you just guard that fucker up and you heal him, or you self-heal. So that's a great ability, and him being able to heal himself, he can basically be self-sufficient. You don't have to waste a heal on him. Cry Havoc is one of his biggest. I'm actually going to use this right now because it is an ability that lowers stress. He's a stress healer for death. I'm going to mark him. Marking is, you'll have to look into that. That's just a very controversial subject in the Darkest Dungeon community. Um, I think this party works very well though. I'm going to. I need rank. I'm going to try to kill rank 3, 2, and 3. Oh, okay. He's going to attack. I can deal with this. Okay. Just try to kill all you then. I dicked around. This was, by the way, don't take this as an example. I'm actually was experimenting with that. I turned him into a dodge tank, by the way, which is cool. Okay, rank. And then we could stun this out, but I don't want to. Okay, done deal. I took very little damage, and I ended up with no stress at the end of it, which is how you want the battle, every battle to really go, to be honest with you. Every battle should end up like that. What's more valuable? Let's keep this. Natural swing. Let's see if we can get something out of here. Oh, message has lasting impact on hero. Oh, he got rabies! Oh my god, look at this. He got rabies, and he has natural swing. Oh my fucking god. 10 accuracy. Why does he have minus 10 then? He's got natural swing on his ass. This should be negated then. Oh, let's just use this on. Let's see if that does what. Okay, look at that. Natural swing. Okay, he's got rabies. He's just become a fucking legend. I'll call him the legend. But yeah. By the way, rabies, depending on the character, is something you don't mind having on them. The accuracy for the damage boat, what's it, 15 I think? Yeah, 15 damage. You can't beat that. It's like it's a fucking trinket. Makes you have to plan how you deal with it, but if they have like natural swing on them or Corbid's, I think it's I, then, which is hard, that one's a hard trick, that's a very hard one to get, by the way. Corbid's I, then you can just easily balance that out with, there's a specific trinket that gives you like 12, accuracy. Back to the guide, though. I was actually excited from that. Rabies, you want rabies, though. So, this will just be an ongoing guide, I guess. I'll just say it's just ongoing. I'll just keep making more of them. I'll talk about random shit, different things I've learned. And you can watch just to kind of learn different stuff if you want. This guy, by the way, I can never not talk about the Occultist. The Occultist, in my opinion, is amazing. He is what you want in a hero, especially when it comes to the Cove. We're in the Cove right now, where he is basically God. He's God in the Cove. The Cove. He handles shit. He is the person who gets the shit done. I'll be honest with you. That's what happens. He handles the business. That's his job. I'm not going to teach you about why he's. You'll find out. You'll see from battle why he's badass. All right, just we'll put it like that. I've given him Ancestor's Candle to give him 15% damage plus 2 speed plus 5 dodge for 10% stress, and he has to maintain a torch above 50. I can deal with that. And I've given him the Eldritch Killing Incense, which is you can read what it does. And everybody here is Eldritch, so. This is why, and he also gets, some of his abilities actually get buffs to Eldritch, 20% damage. So you're talking about and also he has a high crit rate, as it is. Low damage, but high crit. So, okay. This guy also is complicated. He has low damage, but he has a bleed effect, which I think it's only like one bleed. He also gets advantage towards Beast, which... that's actually not too bad. In some places, he's not so bad to work with. There's a specific area. I think it's the Weald or the Warrens that he gets a buff. So, but let's see if we can get a good fight here. No good fight? What the hell? Give me a hard one. Oh, that fucking makes sense. Now he's not going to be able to use his ability because he's going to be. Yeah, we're not going to have this. Keep one of those just in case. I'll tell you this. This dungeon has been a cunt. I'll tell you, to be honest with you, has been a very severe cunt. Oh, okay, we're gonna go fight. We've got a secret room too. Fuck yeah. I don't have a key though. That sucks. Wish I had a key. Maybe we'll get one. We'll just hope to get a key. I don't know what happens if you open one without a key. I'm not gonna fucking risk it. Let's hopefully we get a very nasty fight. Come on, nasty fight. Oh, we didn't. Well, no worries. Oh, they're surprised too, so. Okay, let's, good job. He actually gets stunned by him, which is rare. We're gonna stun them. That's why she's the best. That's the main reason. She can, for turn efficiency, she can, I am going to stall out. I'm gonna reduce my stress level just because I can, so. Look at that. That's why he's a badass. He just took out that dude with a crit. This is low level, by the way, so. But even high level, he still crits like a fucking G, you know. So we're gonna just kill you. Because you have rabies now, so you're badass. And we're gonna kill you. Okay, look at that. Let's see what we get. Okay, we have one chance at a key. One chance at a fucking key. Did say contents or mine. Should have never got rid of that goddamn key, to be honest with you. I really fucked up. Disarm. Okay. This dungeon we left out of here with absolutely no stress. Because we... Mankind Hater. That's a is that Explorer or Tactician? Because we might have made him even more effective. Oh, that was him. He got Cove Tactician. He's got a lot of Tactician on him. I'm gonna keep him. He's got value. Mankind Hater, Wheel Tactician. He's got rabies as well. I might hold him back. He's not going to be used anymore just because there's no point to using him. Okay. Okay, oh my god, look at this dude. This is an armored tank right here. An armored tank. I'm grabbing you. You're an armored tank and you're going to get used. Look at that. Tough and... You basically can't kill him. Like, there's no way to kill him. You don't want to buff damage, and this is kind of... I usually don't put hard skinned on him, but we're gonna do that. That's worth it. We want quick reflexes and tough on him, but hard skinned, we might put hard skinned on him. Wield phobe. We'll grab him for now. Quick reflexes. Who do we have that's not worth a damn? Yep, you gotta go. We got ourselves the first badass. This is exactly what you want on a Hellion. You want quick reflexes. Well, he's not gonna be dark running anyways, though. Okay. Let's see what we got here. By the way, this is a worthless trinket. There's no reason to have that trinket. Just be honest with you. There's not a single reason in the world to have that trinket. Okay. Okay, I can tolerate both of those. Let's go ahead and stress heal him. He's, by the way, he's my, he's become, this is a specialist. Oh no, he's not a specialist. He actually is a specialist, but he's also not. He's also just a perfect warrior. I hear some people saying they want to put Eldritch Hater on every character. If you get like an Eldritch Hater, there's so many Eldritch, and the final boss, the final dungeon is Eldritch, that it's worth it. It is true, but I prefer specialists. I'm not a big fan of, I prefer generalists, and Eldritch Hater is still kind of it's a quasi specialist skill trait to put on him, but look at him, he is perfect. Quick draw, but damn, Slugger, which is 10%. I mean, you're talking about just a motherfucker who will do damage. Some people don't put Slugger on him, but I mean, his sacrificial stab thing is so badass. I mean, come on, like, he can do 11% crit mod on it. I mean, 25% with damage. He becomes a fucking battle tank, I'll be honest with you there. I need to start, I have a lot of dudes in here who need some help. Help, I need somebody help. Not just anybody help. You know I need somebody help. Oh, the flagellant only goes to flagellation? I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. That sucks. I forgot about that. I want to get rid of this, because it's not super terrible, but, I mean, I'd rather have potentially, if I get a crit on him, I want it, you know. Quick draw, I don't really want that on him. He's not a very valued individual. She, on the other hand, unerring. She's going to cost a lot of money. Is she really worth it? I'm sorry, even with unerring, she's not worth it. Neutralize is a very good thing for her, to be honest with you there. You start seeing the trend. Speed. Not accuracy. You need it. This guy's a dark run. He's going to be built for dark running. Look at all these good trinkets. All these good. I just don't know I don't want to lock in any of these. Maybe steady. But I can't. If I use steady, I cannot. I prefer some damage quirks on them. I don't like shitty quirks. I prefer a damage quirk over a utility quirk for him. Tough isn't too bad, actually. I'll be honest with you. Tough is not too bad. But as it's only going to give me 10% health anyways, I'd rather not put 10% on there. Steady, you know, steady's not bad, especially if you're going to dark run with him. But Corvid's Eye, I'm not going to waste it. The 8 accuracy. Right, now we got to figure out what we want to do. The Sodding Crew. Dude, what, there's like 3? Okay. Go back to what I was saying. Okay, this is the party that I was talking about. Let's see. This is another. I'm going to also go into quirks here. Again, this guy's helping you sort your way out. See what quirks you want. Like I said, an occultist. You want a speed quirk on him. Quick draw. I don't. The ones that give you for the first round. You know, a boost is very valuable, especially with the occultist. If you're going to utilize abyssal artillery, that's what means. It's going to be a 3rd or 4th ranked occultist. So quick draw is useful with that, but as a healer as well, which he's the. I don't care if you broadcast or not. He's a healer as well, but he's a kind of a hybrid healer in a way. He's a damage dealer. Okay, the Vestal is not particularly a good damage dealer. I don't use Vestals because I see a Vestal is good for certain fights. But I also challenge myself too, to where I only use there's 3 primary healers. And one of them is kind of a pain in the ass to use if you don't know how, but he's a primary. The Flagellant's also kind of a primary healer. Look at this. I'm almost tempted to put these on him. I mean, curious. You don't need to be curious, dude. Are you homosexual? Are you bi-curious? Because if that's the case, you got to go, bro. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not anti-gay people. Just anti-gay heroes. No, that'd be fucked up. No, I'm not. Dude, that is just so nice. Look at this. Oh my god. First humans, 20 stress. I should take it off you just because you become my new favorite Houndmaster. I'm gonna call you Lucky. Lucky. I don't give him names, by the way, just because I don't give a fuck. I mean, look at this. Fucking rabies on him. Although rabies does have a habit of disappearing randomly nowadays, too. So, he's ready for battle. I kind of like him, so I might start using him more. What am I going to do now? Let's go face a boss. Do we have anybody ready to face a boss yet? Yeah, we do have some people. Let's make this. Let's see what we got. Let's see who we're going to face a boss with. This party. I showed you how to use the Houndmaster, alright? Now, fear of beasts, that has to be removed as soon as possible. Be honest with you. Have to remove that shit. Because he gets a bonus from beast, so, and that's a pretty bad one right there. 10 accuracy against beast. Not good, not good. Okay. Let's see. Who's ready to face a boss? We have... Oh, we got rid of that one bitch, didn't we? Natural Eye. We're gonna have to make sure that, let's do a different party. Early Riser. We're gonna keep going with him just because he's got some skills we want to utilize. We are going to bring her into the fold. Start getting her ready for damage. Let's see, and we're going to... Oh, since this is going to be a different party. This is going to be one that Men of Light, Fear of the Unholy. We can deal with this. All right, let's do one more search. Make sure nobody has any trinkets on them. This is another party that's pretty OP, and you can use. There's really tier levels in this game, and I think the situation with it is that certain heroes are just unusable at a certain point. They're completely and utterly unusable compared to other ones. Like the leper is the weakest class in the game. Not really the weakest class in the game, but when it comes to tiers, he is a tier 3 or 4 hero. Tier 3 hero. I'd say tier 3. The leper's a tier 3. And there's only a few that are in tier 4. I think there's only one that I could even imagine, and that's the Antiquarian is tier 4. Just because she's so weak that she can't be lumped in with anybody else, but she has a reason why she's weak. But why would I bring up the leper is because this is his spot. I think he wants either 1 or 2. I think he primarily wants to be in spot 1 though. I need to make sure before I go off to battle I don't fuck up and forget to buy her shit, buy all their stuff. Okay. I'm gonna power you up since you are gonna be very useful. We are gonna power you up a bit. As you can see, I'm running low on money. It doesn't matter. I have quite a lot of trinkets to make up for that, to sell if I need money. I've spent a lot of. I've been investing in a lot of heroes lately. All right, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, but tier 1 heroes. Why was I bringing up the leper? Because in spot 1 or 2, you don't really want the leper in slot 1 or 2, because there's a specific person on YouTube, I forget his name, Flowbot, or you'll find his videos if you look up classes on YouTube about Darkest Dungeon, and you'll find his review of the leper, and you'll find that he is he's just a shitty class. He can only hit rank 1 and 2, basically, and that's just not very useful. I mean, you don't want to kill rank 1 and 2. I think though the leper could be. I think he should reevaluate the leper on the DLC. I forget the name of it. I have it on here, but I don't have it activated because I like to beat a bunch of the bosses first and then activate it. But it's the I forget what it's called. It's the It's the DLC, the second one, whatever. Um, I think he would be he could be useful in that, in the new content. I think he should really evaluate using the leper in the new in the new content, because in the new content, when I played it, every single enemy presented a challenge. So you couldn't just focus on one or two. You know, you couldn't just focus on the back ranks and then handle the front ranks. You had to literally like focus on every single person. It's ridiculous. It's hard. Yeah. But other than that, he's a rank 3, tier 3 hero. She, on the other hand, the Hellion, is rank 1, and she is not just tier 1 hero. She's rank 1 of the tier 1 heroes. In fact, I think there's nobody better than her. She even is efficient as a rank 2 character. So 1 and 2, which I'll divide them into that, she is the best rank 1 and 2. One of her primary weaknesses, though, is her movement speed, which is ridiculous. When it comes to if she gets shuffled to rank 4, she has to move 1 by 1 by 1. Now, if you have this ability active, which is Breakthrough, you can move her forward in an attack. But Breakthrough at first seems like a good ability, especially in the early game. But late game, trust me on this, it's just not very useful. You cannot AoE your opponents to death. It's good if you're trying to clean up a mob. Let's say you have 2 or 3 guys that are down to low health, and you're pretty sure you can knock all 3 of them out. And you have the accuracy to pull it off. Then use that. But late game, you kind of want to switch this out for either this or this. Which you can still use this. Some people, you can still use this later on in the game, just for the ability. Just because if you get shuffled, you kind of want to have this on if you dark run. If you dark run, it's almost a mandatory for her. You have to have this on. But if you're not dark running, if it bleeds, is very useful against bosses too. I found, and heal depending on where you're going. If you want some additional heal to make sure she's more survivable, you can put that on there. But yeah, she's a tier 1 hero. One of her main weaknesses is that she can't move around very easily unless you have that active, or else you just have to move her by hand, which is going to be a huge pain in the ass. But the other thing, though, her other weakness, I think, that some people overlook is her speed. Her speed is incredibly weak. I don't like it. I think when she level her up, she gains speed at weapon base. She's sitting at 4 speed right now without the ability, but that's something you have to be concerned with her, is her speed is low. She wants to use a skill called Barbaric Yop, which is a stun to the first 2 rows, and it stuns them. Very high, the best stun in the game. The best stun in the game right here. Which, again, makes her even more powerful. She's just overpowered. That's the problem with her. Not a problem, that's just, she's overpowered. Good damage. She can hit every rank. That's another benefit to her. She can hit every single rank from rank 1. She can hit any rank. She can hit the back rank and do massive damage with this right here. This little bitch right here. But you want her going as soon as possible so she can get off either her Barbaric Yelp or her Iron Swan. So you want her to have higher speed. So quick reflexes is not a debatable. I mean, I say quick reflexes is good on every single character, except for 2. 2 of them don't necessarily need it because they have high speed regardless. Such as he's actually got pretty high speed right now, but 7, not so bad. This guy, he has so many trinkets that can make his speed jump up that he doesn't necessarily need quick reflexes, I found. And as well, he doesn't either. He doesn't need the speed boost either. Look, he's already at 10. He's a level 2. Look at that speed boost there. Sexiness. But she needs the quick reflexes. This is a mandatory on this class. It's mandatory. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She needs quick reflexes. So if you find one that has quick reflexes, you get quick reflexes. I don't care if she's got like 20 fucking negative quirks on her. You start knocking those quirks off. She becomes your and she becomes your your must-have. She's a must-have hero with quick reflexes. Other things that you want on her, precise with you. But I don't like precise striker on her so much because I mean, it's nice if she crits and shit, but her damage isn't super high. Like, it's not a huge. She's not a huge. My Hellions have Slugger. Why Slugger? Because Slugger is just, it's a 10% damage increase, which, in my opinion, is a lot better. It's consistent. You're gonna get a mandatory 10% damage increase. I mean, nothing. It's a done deal. I suggest, yeah, this is another, okay, well, this is something most new players won't even think to, won't think to do because they won't know how to make that work. By the way, this is the setup you can use. I explained the benefits of all these. Just kind of pick and choose, figure out for what area. Like, this is not going to be very useful in the ruins. It's going to be a little bit more useful everywhere else. Maybe not as useful in the Cove as well. But it does allow you to hit rank 3. So in the Cove, you actually might want to, I think the Cove, you really want to have Breakthrough. I didn't have it on her there, but the Breakthrough is very good in the Cove. This one's just so situational. You got to kind of figure out where you can use it, where it's best at. But she does, I put together such powerful healing parties that this is a survivable class. I mean, a survivable team I've got right now. This team will kick ass. So I'm probably gonna go into we'll see where I go. But yeah, that's the setup for her. Camping skills, there's, it's kind of self-explanatory. Figure out what you want. I mean, that doesn't really need to be explained. All right, I'm not explaining class guides. I'm explaining just stuff. I mean, just general shit that may get missed in certain guides. I might just, and Don't show you examples. I'm gonna fight. I like playing this game. It's fun. This is something a new player might not do though. You don't typically hear them. We're gonna put Mark on him. This is a rank 2 occultist, which this wasn't really, it wasn't impossible, but you lost, when the game first came out, actually only a few months ago, 4 or 5 months ago maybe, yeah, 4, 5, 6, a while ago, that the occultist could heal from rank 2 and rank 1. When the game was created, or a little bit after, a few months ago, 5, 6, 7, 8 months ago, he could only heal from rank 3 and 4, but he could use a stun on rank 2 and 1. So, he wasn't really that, he wasn't really a rank 2 character. I mean, you could put him on rank 2 as a stunner, but he couldn't heal, so you kind of lost some of his benefit. He doesn't really have a lot of health. So, as a stunner, I'd rather have a bounty hunter, or even a highwayman, not a stunner, but a damage dealer on rank 2 than him. But now that he can stun, and heal, and mark, and stab, and he can also disrupt the enemy's placement, and he can debuff. This is actually a really good debuff skill, surprisingly enough. But typically it only gets used on boss fights. But yeah, rank 2 cultist is one of my favorite rank 2 guys. So instead of using the abomination, we're going to use a rank 2 occultist. You'll see how efficient that is. I'm not going to use, fuck. Let's see if I have do I have a flagellant? Because I might actually switch this up. Yeah, I'm going to use the flagellant instead, because I'm not going to use him. He's not going to be as effective. So yeah, actually, I'm going to do something different. This is a different kind of party. I'm going to use him. He is a very useful guy. Okay, make sure he has all his abilities too. Yeah, rank 2 cultist. It's a great. You'll find out if I use him again. I'm going to get free up everything for him. So what do you want for him? He is a difficult guy to use, and since he is new, everybody's still kind of. This is a party you could use. This is another one. I really kind of use the same 6 or 7 heroes. with different combinations. I don't typically vary outside of those because these are the tier 1 heroes. And there's no other better, better place to, no other better. So instead of a rank 2 cultist, we're going to use a rank 2, Flagellant. He can go either rank 1 or 2. He's actually pretty good in rank 1, surprising enough, too. It's not a bad place to put him. I think he can use all of his abilities from rank 1 as well. But again, she wants to be in rank 1. Let's say you didn't have a Hellion, and you're desperate. You had they were both out for a bit, and you needed a rank 1 guy. Definitely put him in front because he's a great. Actually, I'm surprised enough. I really like him in rank 1. If I wish we could use Iron Swan from rank 2. If I could use Iron Swan from rank 2, I'd fucking put her ass. I'd put her in rank 2 and put him in rank 1. But she outclasses him in rank 1. So, yeah, that sucks, but yeah, it's true. He is a experiment. I would call him, he's a primary healer, but the problem is he's not a primary healer. I would call him an experimental primary healer. He's experimental, as in he has to use his heal. He's a situational primary healer, but his primary heal comes off really well. So what happens is, you kind of should already know. I'm not going to explain every little fucking detail, but when he's 50% health, he gets his abilities. He gets to use healing abilities. He can either do a massive hit with 5% with a 5-point bleed, or he can heal himself and somebody else. So he can do a double heal. So turns per action, or actions per turn, affecting 2 characters at once, he gets a very good one. So this is great. This does 2 heals at once. So it's efficient when it's able to pull off. This is a stress heal right here. The stress heal itself is a complicated one. He gains 5 stress, but he removes 12 stress from somebody. This is a great stress heal, benefit-wise. Because I like to do stress healing during battle and during camping. Camping, I use a lot of stress healing abilities, such as the therapy dog. He also has a huge stress heal, I think, too. Mine is 50 stress, which is very useful. Let's see if you got any other ones. There's one right here. You could use that as long as you had use that early, get that off. But you kind of have to partner this one since he gains stress. Although he doesn't get as many negative effects from stress. Surprisingly enough, he actually gains when he becomes afflicted. He actually gains damage. So that's a thing to consider yourself. It's not, you don't really want to stress him the fuck out, but if he gets stressed out all the way, it's not that dangerous. He will become a little erratic, but he gains a lot of damage from it. But since he gains 5 stress with this, it's good to partner him with a Houndmaster to counteract that effect. 4 stress, minus 4. So this isn't terrible. And this is his primary bread and butter, 4 points. He's a bleed character, so his damage is low, but his bleed is pretty good. I actually like to make him a high crit character, to be honest with you, because I find him being high crit is very useful. Because then you have bleed, you have crit, and you have damage. So, well, the crit is factored into the damage, but I actually like him being at higher crit rates. So, just because I find him more effective when he's high crit. This is your, just think of her as your baby sister. You want to protect her. She's your bread and butter. She's your rock. She keeps you going. I'm just bullshitting here, I know what I'm saying. But, this is a Arbalest. Arbalest at first, new players, like I saw the Arbalest, I didn't like her. I didn't like the Arbalest at first. Just because, I just didn't understand her. Her abilities are cool. You think, okay, she's a mark character. So if you're building a mark party, which is kind of ineffective at this point, you're like, she marks, and she gets mark benefits. You can use her with marked. This is great against a boss. But just playing her in general, she is a 10%. I would say she's a 25% utility character. She can be a bit more if you want some utility. Clear, mark target, buff others, 10% debuff, resist, clear stun, all heroes, plus torch D, stealth bypass. She has utility function. But I only use her as a 25% because the other abilities just aren't good enough. She's also, her utility though, I wouldn't call, she's actually not a utility character, so to speak. In a way she is. Heal is a utility for her specifically, but Battlefield Bandit, she actually becomes almost powerful enough to be considered a primary healer. She can primarily heal, in a way. Wouldn't call it super duper healing, but she's also a buff healer, which is, she's the only buff healer I know of. She's the only buff healer in the game. She can buff healing for another healer, so she's a secondary healer. That's what you call her. She's actually technically a secondary healer, one of maybe 3 or 4 secondary healers, but she's probably the best one, kind of. I mean, she's the best one, I would believe. Yes, probably the best one. She's a secondary healer, but she's also a damage dealer. But the problem is her damage. To me, notice this lately is that her damage varies so significantly that I almost feel like you have to buff her damage to make her very valuable. She has to have damage buffs on her to make her valuable. Now that I think about that, I should have never got rid of that one that had unerring. I should have kept that unerring first. She's a high crit character with range damage. That becomes complicated. I try to make her, if I can, a high damage hitter. But the problem is, you have to deal with this little fact that she is an incredibly low fucking speed character. Really fucking low. Look at that. 3 speed. Level 1. Rank 1. I think she might go up to 4 at rank 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know. But she's low as fuck. A fucking shitty... I think she goes up to 5 eventually. She is a low fucking speed character. So you have to... Trinkets and quirks. You need to invest in speed. So her damage potential just goes to shit. Goes to absolute dog shit. She can't be used. You can use her a little bit better in a control party because you can stun the first 3 rows and allow the last row to go. But which I may experiment a little bit more with that, to be honest with you, but you really want quick draw on her. Quirk wise, you want quick draw or natural eye or whatever natural ability, because the thing is, you could put a berserk charm on her and get none of the primary negative benefit of a berserk charm, which is 5 accuracy, and that'll give her 3 speed. Now check this out. Fuck you. I need to put something on you. Where's that other one at? You'll get this one. You'll get this eventually too. Berserk charms are hard to get at first, but eventually you'll get them. If you ever see a match that you can get one, go in, beat it, get yourself your berserk charm. You need it. Berserk charm is gonna give you fucking power out the ass. This will make your team more effective just with one berserk charm. Will keep your party a lot. It's just basically, it's a supplement for your dick. All right, this is gonna add 2 inches to your dick. Simple as that. That's just how that's gonna work. 2 inches to your dick. That's what a berserk charm does. I'm talking literally. It does. Literally, it does. Literally. Speed. The stress benefits at first are pretty negative. It's a high negative stress benefit. Minus 25% or minus 15% stress. And minus 10% virtue, but I'm okay with that. Fuck that. I don't care. For fucking 15 damage, 3 speed, if you can counteract it with a natural eye or a natural swing. Yes, and then also check this out. Then we're going to put on You'll get this eventually too. It's called the Crescendo box. It gives you 2 speed plus 15% damage. Dodoosh. Skadoosh. Now she's gonna do a minimum of fucking basically 7 damage. You've made her high speed. Why is she only getting... She should be fucking sitting at... Hold up. Oh, okay, she's gonna be sitting at 8. Okay, that's cool. 8's cool. Okay. She's sitting at 8, so she just became a average speed character with the damage boost I was talking about. Thing is, you can boost her damage much higher, though. There's fucking things that... Fuck, let's see what we got here. Where's that one up here? If you want to put this on her, this one's like one of the highest ones. I think this is one of the highest ones you can get, is the Disma's Head. Fucking plus 25% DMG, dude. That's fucking delicious. Alright, you can deal with that. You could put this on her. Actually, technically, you could put this on her. And then you could put a... again, the same one that has that accuracy, but she's still below speed. So you really don't want to put that on her. These are the perfect things to put on her. So, yeah, that's that. Okay. That explains her. You'll see what she does in battle, okay? You'll see. You'll see. Again, I've explained him before. He's utility. He wants speed. For quirks, though, what you want for him is... Basically, you want protections, such as tough, evasive, hard-skinned, and you want quick reflexes. You don't really want to buff him with damage just because it's not that beneficial. It's not really going to give you an edge at all. So I'm going to get off here for a little bit after this, and I'm going to do a second video after this. So, but yeah, you don't want to buff him for anything other than for speed, which is just going to be, you primarily want quick reflexes. He's not that valuable going first, so don't worry about quick draw or nothing. Don't put quick draw on him. It's not worth it. An earring, you don't want really damage. Crit, you could actually, this is one thing, is you can make a high crit Houndmaster. That's not too bad, I'll be honest with you. High crit Houndmaster, it does give him an edge, but it's not that consistent. But it does give him an edge. A high crit, because his crit's kind of, like, I mean, it's actually not terrible. So, I mean, I think he's got a bunch of, his crit's not terrible, though, I'll say that. Not the best, but it's, I think he actually, this is just because he's buffed, I think it's like 2.5 normally. I'll have to see, hold on. Let's see what his crit rate is. 4.5, 2.5. 7, that's not who I'm looking for. Yeah, his crit isn't terrible, to be honest with you. It isn't terrible at all. So, yeah. You can make a high crit, Houndmaster. I would say that's not too bad. And what you want to trinket him for is primarily just, his speed. We'll get to that later, though. Adios. I'll be back in like 10-15 minutes. Peace out.